Hello everybody, this is Arashi here, and we are going to be doing my first GBO2 upload. Technically fourth, depending on how you look at it. We've got those tutorials and everything up, but this is going to be my first commentary. So this is not live commentary. I'm going to be doing a lot of these. We're going to be commentating over videos I saved before, rather than a live recording. But today, we've got the Gatheroad's Gym. This is one they added more recently. It was originally introduced in SD Gundam Battle Alliance. So this is one they added as sort of a cross-promotional campaign suit. It's a pretty cool suit. It's a raid. I forget which cost range it is. We'll figure that out when I take someone out. It's got the, as you can see there, it's got the, well, as you can see when I get back in the suit, I guess, it's got the double beam spray guns. It's got two different firing modes for it. It's got a single shot that, if I remember correctly, is an instant stun, and then that burst shot you just saw there's the single shot. I believe it has two melee weapons. It's been a minute since I actually used the suit. Yeah, there's the single beam saber, double beam saber. It's a good suit. I think the double beam sabers just get one swing, if I remember correctly. Again, it's been a minute. I'll have to check up on the stats again at some point. But yeah, really good raid. This was one they added. I believe it was added with a token pack, so yes, I did spend money on this one. It was worth it. Now, as you can see here, too, this thing, it has solid range capabilities with those two beam rifle options, but I'm going to move in here, because once you get in close, those two beam sabers, they do work. So we're just going to stun that, move in, and finish off with a solid downswing. Now you can see a lot of the enemy team is kitted, even the raid is kitted out for range support. They've got the Zuda up there with the anti-ship rifle. That rifle's scary. That rifle does heavy stagger on hit, so once it gets hit, you're down on one knee, it knocks you out for a good long time. This guy over here with the 4-tube missile launcher, I believe it's called. I don't actually use that suit. Yeah, that's the heavy stagger I'm talking about. I forgot this thing had a dodge roll, and I'm quite glad it did in that instance. But yeah, there's that rocket launcher, and I'm down for this life. And I just realized I wasn't paying attention to the points values on everything. Somebody else probably caught that already. I'll mention it when I actually pay attention. So we're going to spawn here in the middle, since the closest up to the front currently. That middle position, it's not untakeable, it's not unsurmountable, but man, if you get it, it can be a really helpful spot to have. But I'm just going to move right back up into the front lines and get hit by the Zuda again. Yep, that's that heavy stagger. Or stun. I forget what the official terms are for them. I've been watching GBO players play since before the game was out in English, so I'm used to using the term stagger, heavy stagger. I know they released, with the official translation, there are official terms, and I don't remember if I'm using the right terms or not. I'm just using the ones I've been hearing for, what, 2 years before the game came out in English? Yeah, there's that single swing from the double beam saber. Oh, that is the most frustrating thing sometimes when I set up and I'm just farther back than I should. It's a major skill issue, right? It's 300 point. Okay, I was thinking it was 450. It's probably me being dumb. And you can see me trying to do some evasion work to try and stay out of the shot of that Zuda. Because if he hits me, especially isolated like it, doesn't matter. There it goes. Yup. You can see I got a little far out. I shouldn't have been out that far by myself like that. This thing excels at close range, so that's what I'm trying to do, but with the rest of the team held back like that, you see where they are there? Keeping up that ranged pressure, and then I'm on the other side of the dune, just got wiped out. But we're going to come back in. I'm probably going to go and do the exact same thing again, by the way. Here we are. We're in. And oh, we don't have to. Never mind. Man, if I can get in, that's a very target-rich environment for those sabers to just... Or I can just beam spray. That works, too. For a second there, I thought I got a double kill on him. That would have been great. But now I get to move in. Now I get to do my combos. If I don't get shot in the back. And there's those double beam sabers doing work. Now, I wish I could remember right about here. Oh, I think I know what happens here. If this is the round I'm thinking of, you guys are about to witness something that in hindsight is pretty funny, but was quite frustrating in the moment. But we'll see. We'll see. It's right when I... Yeah, here it is. They spawn, they start spawning in here. I get back in the suit. And then... I don't know what happened here, but my controller stopped working. So, the plan was to get in and just leave. Clearly that didn't happen. No idea what happened there. I think it must have been some sort of bug with getting back into the mobile suit. Something I have not happened before, and I never had happened since. Don't know what happened, but the rest of the match, I don't have that kind of issue, thankfully. But we're going to jump back in here, and I'm going to go straight back to the front lines, I'm sure. There's that Zuda again. I'm moving into try... Oh, that was a bad shot here. Moving in to try and bail out my ally there. Thankfully, he had my back better than I had his right there, but... That, 4-tube missile launcher, man, that thing is hard to deal with. Each of those 4 rockets, unless I'm mistaken, is an instant stun, and it fires the burst of 4. So it's just intense forward pressure. But... You know, any instant stun, as you can see, is good for just getting you in. And if you're better than I am, actually finishing that opponent with the downswing instead of swinging shallow like that. But I think this is another instance, yeah, this is another instance where I'm getting myself far too isolated, and he's just going to come, bop, and that's it. It's coming to my attention that I kind of die a lot, don't I? Oh, well. I make enough damage to make up for it, right? We'll see in the end stats, I guess. Are you ready for me to do it again? And 1, and drop. And here we go. Actually, yeah, no, it's solid. You see you got the support right there, and I'm going to move in on him right in the back. Unless they peel off, which they are not doing. This is just going to be a quick... Thankfully he missed his tackle there. I would probably be in serious trouble. I'm probably in serious trouble anyway. But... No. And shallow downswing again. Yeah, that's something I do recommend getting a lot better with than me. If you get into this game, get good with your downswing arcs. Get good with your melee arcs in general. Because you want to actually land your hits. You also want to make sure you're not landing your hits on your allies. Because while there's no friendly fire, there is still... The stun value is still... Damn it. You can still stun, knock over allies, stuff like that. Alright, now we see here why I showed this one off anyway. Died way too much, but did good damage in exchange. This is a really fun suit, and it can pump out a lot of fast-paced damage if you're good with it. I don't think the bundle for it is still up, unfortunately, but... You know, maybe they'll add it back in the game in some fashion. I hope they do. That'll be it for today, though. I hope you enjoyed it. But tune in for next time. We'll see what I have.